Here we go. D.C. cleanup. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt had this to say. Let's just play it. I think this is majestic. Let's go.
The Metropolitan Police Department, with the support of the new federal agencies who have been surging on the streets of the District of Columbia, are going to enforce the laws that are already on the books here in Washington, D.C. For far too long, these laws have been completely ignored, and the homelessness problem has ravaged the city. So D.C. Code 22-1307 and D.C. Municipal Regulation 24-100 give the Metropolitan Police Department the authority to take action when it comes to homeless encampments. So homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services. And if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this federalizing of the National Guard to bring in this assistance for law enforcement. While we are targeting criminals and trying to remove criminals off of the streets, we also want to make DC safe and beautiful, and that involves removing mentally disturbed individuals and homeless encampments as well. So we will be using these regulations and code that already exists to clean up our streets.
Okay. All right. If you agree with that move, hey, you either leave under your own volition or we're getting you the crap out of here. If you agree with that, comment yes or no in the chat. I'm 100% on board. We said it yesterday. I said it yesterday not knowing. I actually did not know this one. I did not know that the administration was going to talk about the homeless community a mere 4 hours later. Afterwards, I do not think that homeless people have a right to just hang out anywhere. I just don't. I don't like that we've neutered our police officers. Literally, like police officers will get called because there's homeless people with their shopping carts out in front of a restaurant, and the cops are like, we can't do anything. This is technically a parking lot. Like, they have every right to be here just like that. No, they don't. It's called loitering. Get the crap out. Like,
well, here's my question
go
on
sleep under a bridge. Sorry.
Yeah, I have sympathy, to some extent, but like when you go to these homeless encampments and you go to these people sleeping on the side of the road, I got two questions for you. Number one, what happened to make you live your life like this? And number two, what are you doing? What are you actively doing to correct it? And if the answer is, then yeah, you got to go. But if you're going to job interviews and you're trying to unhomeless yourself, then we can have a conversation and get you the help that you need. But if you're just not doing nothing, then I got no sympathy for you, man.
Dude, I will never forget several years ago, I went to go like give hoodies to homeless people at legit. It looked like a fob, like a early fob building, like development type thing, just tents everywhere, tent city, what it looked like. And we were there to deliver hoodies because it was starting to get cold and all this other stuff. And I'll never forget, we got there early, about 6:30 in the morning, something like that. And while we were there handing these hoodies out, all of a sudden, you just started hearing alarms going off inside the tents. And that the tents would open up and people would put on like their Hardee's outfit or whatever it was. And then they just go to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's just man.
Just go off to work. And, there's a part of me that's like, okay, good for them. They're trying. Like, they're trying to get, they're trying to get something. But then there's another part of me that's going, like, at what point do you not choose to live in the tent city anymore? Like you know what I mean? Like at what point do you try to get out of that situation? And here's what I know. I think that the laws we have in place, all the help we have in place, we do not incentivize them to get out of the situation. We incentivize them to keep giving the hand out, which, again, the Bible tells us we should take care of these people. However, just, get a man a fish he eats for today, teach a man a fish he eats forever, right? Like, it's that kind of thing, right? Like, I don't think we're doing right by the homeless population, just letting them do whatever they want to do. And I don't think it cannot be argued that 99% of the homeless population, this ain't the same homeless people back in the 80s.
No, not at all.
Where you give them a quarter and they do like a jig and dance on the side of the road because they're super happy and they're friendly and they love everybody and all this other kind of stuff. Look, these homeless people like will come after you now because they're all drugged out,
Yep.
crazy, borderline Walking Dead. Have you seen the videos from Philly lately? Like these are like straight up. They modeled the zombies of the Walking Dead off of people that are on like these reindeer like drugs or whatever it is on the streets of Philly. They modeled the zombies off of it. Like that's what we're dealing with here. And I'd say get them off the streets. Get rid of them. Get out. Get out.
I've seen some people in the chat say things like, yeah, but you're only one disaster away from being homeless. And I'm not disagreeing with that statement, but here's the difference. I know for a fact that this dude right here, this guy over here, and this guy right here, if something happened to devastate me and Kendra and my family financially, there's no sacrifice I wouldn't make. There's no move I wouldn't make. There's no job I wouldn't take. I would dig ditches if I had to. I'd take out trash. I would do whatever it took for me as a man to provide for my wife, my family, my kids. And so at that point, with that mentality, I don't have sympathy.
Also, here's the other thing you're forgetting. And before you come at me with like the 0.01% of people that this is here, I'm just going to quote the great comedian Tim Wilson. If you ain't got a friend, a mama, a daddy, an uncle, sister, brother, step cousin, third cousin, somebody that won't loan you some money, let you stay there, help you out, you probably suck as a human being.
Yeah.
The end. The end. So you're one disaster away from homelessness. I disagree. You're one disaster away from losing everything. Yes. Homelessness, that's a whole different other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, yes, are some people truly and utterly and completely alone? Perhaps. But a lot of that is decisions they've made along the way, too.
100%.
I just have a hard time believing, like, across the board.
And don't tell me it's because Todd minimum wage is X amount of money. Guys, minimum wage was not for 40-year-old people. Minimum wage was for kids in high school that are working at Sonic and McDonald's or college. All right, if you are 40, 50-something years old still making minimum wage, that's a you problem. That's 100% a you problem.
Very true, and I have firsthand knowledge of this because I have a cousin who we grew up with in California. We all moved to Oregon, and he chose to be homeless. And I asked him once, I was like, I saw him after he became homeless. I asked him like 5 years later, I don't know, I ran into him somewhere, and I was like, dude, why are you? I was like, we can help you. Do you want help? Do you want, we can get you a job? He goes, no, I don't. He goes, I was tired of paying taxes. I was tired of having to pay utilities. I can live out here. I get food. They gave me free housing. And he's like, no, I'm good. And he's been homeless for 15 years.
Somebody just said they're homeless, that they are in fact homeless right now after a divorce while they're watching this show.
Well, that's ironic because he had to pay child support. He goes, that's part of the reason I became homeless. Okay. Because, I don't want to pay child support. I said, dude, that is psychotic.
Wow.
I was like, are you kidding me?
I don't want to take care. I refuse to live in a house because I have to take care of my children.
Get a dang roommate. And also, you're watching this show right now. What are you doing? If you're look, hey man, look, this is where sometimes I make people mad. And that's what I love about this Dear American Family is we can agree to disagree. Mm-hmm. If you're homeless right now and you're on your phone or computer watching this show just to comment about you being homeless, get off of this dang show and take your butt to work. What are you doing? What are you talking about? There's no excuse for it. You should not have time to be watching this show. Like what? No, look, I know that people got a soft spot for homeless people. Again, I am a majority rules type person. You guys all know this. You can't make rules for the 0.03% of people that don't fall within that rule category. 99% of people that are homeless is due to mental illness, drug addiction, sometimes both, and or they choose to be that way. Those are the truths. Those are the numbers. Don't get mad at me. Those are the numbers. So we have to fix it. We have to fix how we're handling this issue. We have to fix how we handle this problem. We have to fix the fact that homeless people do not fear anything of going into normal establishments, normal areas, affecting everyday taxpaying citizens and their money. The end. That's
And
all
as far
I'm saying.
as that's concerned, and I know y'all don't like what he just said. Let me tell you something, because I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay, and I'm not kissing his ass right now, but this is one of the most giving individuals I've ever been around in my life. Like I mean that.
You're pointing at me, Todd.
Oh, well, this guy. Which on my screen, I'm pointing at you right now.
I know.
This dude, this Peckerwood right here, is one of the most giving individuals on the planet that I've ever been around. But he lives his life like me. We're willing to help everybody that needs help. But I'm not willing to help you if you're not willing to help yourself. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
On that point, I want to update everybody. We just mailed out the check for Kimberly yesterday. I went to the post office myself. Graham gave me the check, and thank you everybody who donated to her health. I know Todd did. I did. Lots of people on there did. But Graham, he donated a big chunk. And that's what, just to Todd's point right there. Graham is very generous when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to make this weird, Graham, but Kimberly told me to tell everybody, thank you so much. And she's going to call in. I sent out the check and she should get it on Friday, but I think she's going to call it next week. And she wants to thank everybody personally. But I mean, the amount of money that Graham gave was a big old chunk. So
well, it's not about that. And if somebody says they disagree, Graham, things happen outside of our control. 100%. Absolutely. I could lose everything tomorrow. 1,000,000%. But I have a lot of people that I could call, of friendships and things that I've done throughout my life. So what I'm just trying to say is that we have a broken system.
100%.
Okay? We have a broken system that rewards people from being homeless instead of educates them, gives them the resources to get them out of that situation. Yeah, and those are just the facts. Get mad at it all you want to. Those are the facts. I come from a broken home. I didn't have freaking nothing. When I deployed, I'm even worse than Todd. When I deployed, nobody said bye to me. When I got home from Iraq, I got myself a freaking, this was before I met Alyssa. I got myself, hold on, this is serious. This is serious moment, babe. You can come in and say hi to everybody. But either way, when I got home from my first deployment, I rented myself a car in the airport and drove myself. Wasn't nobody freaking there. Didn't nobody give a flying balls about me. I could have, like on very definition in paper, nothing should have happened in my life. Nothing. So you're right. I am a bit more calloused when it comes to this. You don't know what their circumstances is. You're right. I don't care what their circumstances are. I don't care. We all got trauma. We all got baggage. We all got this. We all got that. Some people have even more baggage in the deck stacked against them than others. I do not care. Pick yourself up. Get yourself clean. Get back to work. Go join the freaking military. Go do something.
They take people every day.
Military takes homeless people. Don't be on drugs. It's as simple as that. Like there, you just cannot, dude. We have surpluses of jobs in this country. You cannot tell me that they can't get jobs. They can't do this. They can't do that. Well, they're on drugs. They have mental health issues. Go to a freaking clinic. Get off the streets. You got people that won't take their kids to parks because homeless people are walking around drugged out. Just stop. Stop. If that's how you feel and you want to empower people to live that life, then go ahead. I disagree. Firmly disagree with it.
All you got to do is watch that Will Smith movie, not to give him props because I don't like Will Smith, but that movie Pursuit of Happiness. I mean, that's based on a true story.
Yeah.
That is
great movie.
I mean, 100%.
Anyway, that's how I feel. I love these episodes when people get mad at me about stuff. This is like the Social Security episode. This is like the Mormon episode. And now we got people mad at me because I want to clean up the filth of homelessness on the streets so you can be safer for you and your family and your children. forgive me for that. Either way, love you guys. That's the point of this show. We can agree to disagree.